So unless you've been living under a rock, or you don't pay attention to any local politics at all, you might have noticed that this election year has heated up quite a bit for City Council and City Hall, and a lot of it has to do with the residential water meter program. It's become interesting and a bit distracting at times, but it is what it is. Anyways, today I was led to believe, and I've done some research and found it a bit more, I was led to believe that there was information that has now become available regarding the companies that have had applied for the contract to install water meters and possible connection with one of the candidates. If you go to the city's website, there's a page that has to do with questions regarding the local election, and there's a section on that page that talks about questions posed by candidates, and one of those sections has to do with who these companies are. And the text of the question essentially says, well, we knew about two of the three companies. Who is the third company? And that turns out to be Konrad Mechanical. Konrad spelled with a K, just like Frank Conrad. So I posed the question on the web. Does anybody know who this is? I did some checking on the web, and there were a number of Konrad Mechanicals all listed off in Kelowna. And then I called Frank Conrad himself, and I asked him. And here's that conversation. Calling Frank Conrad. Hi, Frank.
Speaking.
Yeah, it's Les Johnson with GFTV.ca.
Sorry?
It's Les Johnson with GFTV.ca.
Jeff Johnson.
Les Johnson.
Wes Johnson.
With an L. I'm the guy that broadcast City Council. I'm the guy that broadcast the public forum the other day.
Yes.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Shoot.
Okay, on the city's website, somebody has asked a question, and the city has actually answered who the three companies are that put in an expression of interest on the water meter contract.
Yes.
And one of them has Konrad Mechanical, and the name is spelt the same as yours. So I'm asking you, is Konrad Mechanical your company?
Yes, I was already asked that today by Craig Lindsay of the Grand Forks Gazette.
Okay.
And my response was to that at the time in January when this request for interest was posted. It was a strict business venture.
Right.
Claiming my 35 years of successful business, I would not have been successful if I start in the habit of passing up jobs. So at the time, I applied for interest in the job. At least I felt I was in the city. I was a local. My company applied for it because it's a corporation and I'm the president of it.
Yep.
Having said that, once I established that the people were totally against, which happened somewhere in February, I was actually on the petition committee going door to door petitioning against water meters.
Good. Your stance on the residential water meter program has become pretty clear over time, and I get the timing now. Okay, it's just that.
Declined, in one way, saying it out of one side of my mouth, if we say it. Too bad, because in reality, at least I would have given certified, quality, ticketed plumbers work to this installation, which now is not being done. Because the installation, as far as I'm concerned, are illegal installations. They are not being performed as per the BC plumbing code by ticketed plumbers, which it should be. There is no such industry as certified water meter installers in BC. That is a trade that is only in Ontario.
Okay. Okay, and one final question for you, Frank.
Yes.
Do you mind if I make this conversation that we've just had public?
As far as in which way?
Well, verbatim, recorded, the audio.
Yeah, sure, if you wish to do that, I have no objections to it, because again, to reiterate on what my stance is on this, I do not believe in water meters, and if elected, with help of council, I will put a moratorium on the water meter issue until further notice.
Understood. Thank you for your feedback, and good luck with the election.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so that was Frank, and that's the timeline that happened. And so he's answered the question. There you go. There you have it. Yeah, that's Frank's company. He made the bid before he found out what was what, apparently. I didn't ask him to go into what he would have done if he'd gotten the bid and found out and everything else, because it's not really any, it's what ifs. I'm not asking about what ifs. I'm asking about what is, what was. That's all. And whether or not that affects how you feel about Frank and his candidacy, that's up to you. I'm not saying you should feel one way or another. To me, he was pretty upfront about it, and I would imagine he'll be pretty upfront about it with you when you ask him, if you go and ask him. Um, it's just the way it is. For GFTV in the Boundary Sand Lime Less in Grand Forks.